final video in the series, we are going to go over what is probably one of your main reasons for getting into whitetail hunting, and that is the fresh, healthy venison. So today, I'm not a professional chef, you likely aren't either. I want to go over a very basic 101 level backstrap recipe. Backstrap is my favorite part of the deer to eat. It's probably yours too. So let's get right into it. The first thing you want to do is you always want to start with a real clean, well-trimmed piece of meat. This section backstrap that I got here is actually pretty good. We have a little bit of tissue here off to the side, so I'll go ahead and just knock that off to start. Now we've got a real nice, cleaned up piece of backstrap here, and the next step is just slicing it. You can slice these as thick as you want, and you can even throw this whole chunk on the grill or in the pan and cook it that way. But for this recipe, I'm gonna slice them extremely thin. That's gonna allow them to cook quicker, and it's almost gonna be like eating little backstrap nuggets. Okay, after you've sliced your backstrap, it's time to season it. I'm actually gonna do two different seasonings because they're both extremely easy and they're very delicious. But I just wanna show you that even with something as simple as a 101 level venison recipe, there can be a little diversity to it and you can do different things even with the same cut of meat. So the first thing I'm gonna do is your standard country style rolled in flour, fried in butter. So we're just gonna take a few of these pieces here, dredged in the flour, kind of coating them on all sides and even the edges. All right, now let's start on our next seasoning mix. I've got these three pieces laid out right here. We're gonna do a very basic seasoning on these: salt, pepper, and then one of my favorite state seasoning mixes. So like I said, we're just gonna cover it in salt a little bit of pepper. And then right here, just a personal steak seasoning of mine that I enjoyed. If you have a favorite seasoning you like to eat your steaks or burgers, it'll work on venison as well. Once you got them seasoned, we'll also put them on the plate with the other three pieces that are dredged in flour. And now it's time to head over to the stove, heat up the skillet, and cook these up. We've got the skillet heating up. I'm gonna add some oil, and once it's hot, I'm gonna put some butter in, and then it'll be time to cook our backstrap. And once you have your oil in there, you just wanna move it around. Now that the oil is hot, we'll go ahead and put some butter in the pan. I also want to note that if you don't like cooking with oil and you'd rather use lard or something else, that'll work just fine with this recipe. The butter, I simply mix that in just for flavor. The pan's ready. We're gonna put our meat in, and like I said, this should only take a minute or two. Then get all covered in blood, kind of like they're starting to right now. It's time to flip. Then once you flip them, the opposite side, you'll see a little pool of blood start to form in the middle of the slice. That's how you know your meat's done. This piece, and now this piece, you're starting to get that little pool of blood in the middle, or at least close to the middle. Time to take these off. They are done. We're gonna let them cool just for a few seconds so we don't burn ourselves, and then we're gonna eat it. So that's my quick, easy 101 level backstrap recipe. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed this series, and I hope when you get into whitetail hunting, you have good luck and you can finish it all by eating your own venison.